morning everyone, it's Yvonne here to do your What's Cracking reading. As I said yesterday, I've cut back on work. I'm only doing 2 days a week. I want to get back to the readings a little bit more. I'm going to try going live. I don't know if I'll go tomorrow, but I'll try and get back to doing the lives for you again. And I'm going to pick up lives on TikTok as well. I probably will start to increase the readings again too. So if you've been wondering when I'd get back to that, I'm thinking about that at the moment. So my mind's all over the place. Bear with me. I'll find a routine. I usually do sort of get into step after a while. Again, thank you very much for all of your support. I'm always really intrigued by people responding to me, especially people I haven't heard or haven't connected with me before. So I want to say thank you to you. It's really nice sometimes to hear that you've got real people out there. I always really appreciated my long-term followers, but I love it when I get messages out of the blue saying you're really enjoying the readings. So thank you. All right, now, is there anything else? Goulburn Fair this weekend. I'm not sure if my pre-bookings are booked yet. If you are interested in a reading with me, you can only book the first 1 or 2 online after, or on in-person sort of thing. After that, it's a come as you turn up. So if you are interested in a reading with me, it is on my Facebook page. If you're not a member of my Facebook page and you want to keep up with me, it's probably the page that I interact with the most, because I have a lot of people on Facebook who aren't on the other social media platforms, so look out for that. I think I've blurbed enough. We're going to use the Romantic Tarot, which has had a huge workout while I've been sitting here. So let's see where we're going today. All right, so we have the Four of Swords coming through. Now, the Four of Swords is a card that talks about rest and recuperation. It talks about taking time out from the world for meditation. Sometimes it can be after health concerns, but it certainly means sort of repairing, feeling good about yourself, that type of thing. The original story behind the tarot card, whether or not it is historically true or not, is that before knights went to war, they would measure up their coffins. I know that side of things was true. For when they came back, so that they had a coffin ready for them and they didn't have to worry about sort of measuring up a coffin. And I would imagine if that is the case, it would only been the really well-paid knights who got that. And that's where the story behind that particular tarot card came from. So it's sort of like, to me, it's always that real strong rest. It's nothing to do with death, but it's like we talk about sleeping the sleep of the dead, like when you have those really beautiful deep night's sleep where you feel very refreshed the next day. Enough about the Four of Swords. All right, so we have here the World card coming through. So there is something here. It's almost like you're waiting for something to complete. This energy to me feels like something here, it's almost like you're taking time out, waiting for something to complete, or maybe taking time out from a completion. But something here is completing, finishing up, finalizing. I feel like sometimes when you know you're coming to the end of a cycle, and it feels that way. So maybe you've given your notice at work and you're right in that period of time where you're sort of focusing on the period now where you don't have to worry about your job. Or maybe you've made a decision about a relationship and you know it's going to finish, but you sort of know now that you're in that sort of stage. Whatever it is for you, it's like you're preparing. It's like you're nesting. Maybe I do have pregnant people on who are nesting. But it's that period of time when you know that you are free just to sit back and allow things to happen. You don't have to focus on anything at the moment. So whatever this is, it's completing, but I feel like you know about it. We do have the Knight of Swords here, and the Knight of Swords is about discovery. It's about news that comes via messages, but it's news when it's the sword with communication. This card often comes up when you've got somebody sort of watching you on the internet. It comes up for me when you're internet dating. It comes up as a research card. So there's something here I feel. I'm going to go one more, Nine of Swords. You know, to me, this really feels like whatever this is, you've put a lot of time into making a decision about completing something or finishing something. You may have spoken to somebody about it. You may have conferred. You may have researched. But to me, this is very, very much this energy of, because this is the card of anxiety, stress, nighttime stress. So something that you've discovered, found out, or been alerted to, you're now putting to bed and you're waiting for completion. So I feel like here with the Nine of Swords, it's the end, and the Eight of Swords is behind it with a King of Cups. All right. Now, keeping in mind the king doesn't necessarily represent a male. It can represent a female, but it represents the masculine energy. You are putting something to bed here. Something that has created anxiety, stress, sleepless nights, discomfort. And you are ready to put it to bed, and you are ready to take on the next phase here. Whatever this is for you. You know, somebody wrote to me, I think yesterday, and said to me, could this apply to this? And I'm like, absolutely. I'm reading the energies that you're putting forth. These are the energies I'm picking up in the universe. So if this sounds like a situation that you're going through and I haven't quite pegged it, it's because I'm only picking up on the general energies. Now that means in this particular scenario that we have got a lot of people ending a cycle here. Now sometimes this can happen, you know, like before Mercury retrograde, after Mercury retrograde, but it's sort of like that wave of moving through some sort of learning here. It's almost to me like you've unhooked or unpegged yourself from a situation that was really dragging you down. I feel like whatever it was creating anxiety. It was sort of making you feel very uncomfortable. You know, we know all the time we don't make the decision and we worry and we stress about it, it creates the anxiety within us. The moment you make a decision, the moment you decide to put a stop to it or move on or take on something different, the stress is gone. So if this is a job, for example, you may have been in a job for a really long time where you have felt that you couldn't move on. Once you make that decision, a big weight gets lifted. And I feel that's the people I'm talking to here. So whether this is that or a relationship, there's definitely a feeling that you have made some sort of decision here to move forward. I have a feeling in a way it sort of feels a little bit like the energy from yesterday, but a little bit different. So maybe yesterday you were resisting the change. Maybe you were wondering whether the change was worthwhile or whether you could cope with the change. I feel like between there and here, in this particular time frame, you've made some sort of decision. So let's keep going. The cards are very lively today. All right, so we have the Seven of Cups coming through. You know, the Seven of Cups is also a card that to me has lots of meanings. It can be a little negative. It can be a very positive card. This is about dreams, creating dreams, seeing the opportunities, having the choices, not really sure which direction to go in because you have so many things to choose from. But what it makes me feel like here is that for some of you here, you're letting go of something to find your dream or to follow your dream. It's like you've released something in order to go after something you want here. So, all right. That's the I always find with some cards, you can't see them as well on the table as what you can when you're up close to the camera. They get too much of a shine on them. All right, so I'll make sure I hold them up for you today. You've got an offer coming through here. There's some sort of offer coming to you. This could be, for example, maybe you're in a job that's really negative and all of a sudden you've got a brand new, you may be in a toxic environment, you've got a brand new opportunity and maybe you've been able to give notice now. That's what it feels like to me. It's like something is being presented to you here, possibly email, communication, telephone calls. Somebody is telling you that you can release something in order to move forward. Whatever it is, you're going for it. Look at this, Ace of Pentacles. Brand new beginnings here. And it's interesting because you did have the King of Cups up front, and we do have the Queen of Cups here. So maybe for some of you it is a new start, or an indication that you're moving forward with somebody here that you have great love for. You could have been in a negative relationship and had an opportunity to move into a new relationship. Absolutely. For others of you, this Queen of Cups for me just represents emotion, elation, feeling really good about things. There's a brand new beginning being offered though, for sure. All right, we have the Wish card coming through. I love it. All right, 3 of Pentacles. So you're definitely on some sort of mission here with the Chariot. Look at that. Wow. And this Chariot's moving. You are making forward movement on something here, something that's aligned with your soul, because you have some sort of contracted. You may be going into business for yourself and letting go of a job. You may have a wish around somebody that you've had in your life that you wanted a relationship with, and it's now been offered. Maybe you've been stressing out because this person didn't perhaps express themselves to you, and now they're opening up and giving you the love that shows you that they are really wanting something more. But the Wish card is here, which is absolutely beautiful. All right, and then look at that. We have the Empress coming through. All right, with the 7 of Wands. Oh, look at this, 4 of Wands. Okay. So I have to say, for some of you, you may be in a relationship with somebody that you really didn't, or you really haven't seen how they felt about you. As you get older, you worry less and less about things like that. But if you're still stuck where you can't ask somebody how they're feeling or whether they want to move forward with you in a relationship, then you really need to get into your truth and understand that that is quite okay. It's okay to say to someone, where is this going? Because I feel like for some of you here, you've got a proposal coming through. Definitely. Could be with the twin flame, because we have the King and the Queen of Cups here. Possibly with a Cancer, because I do have the Cancer card. But I feel like somehow or another, this is marriage for me. An offer of marriage coming through. There's forward movement here. You're aligning with your path. You've got some sort of soul contract with this person that is coming to fruition. I feel like this 7 of Wands, for me, this 7 of Wands is really standing your ground on something. So maybe for some of you, you are asking those questions. Maybe you are speaking up. I feel like this is a dream come true with that 7 of Cups coming through as well. So something you've wished for here is definitely coming to fruition, whatever it is. All right, let's have a closer look. 4 of Swords means to me that you're taking time out, maybe to make a decision. There's the end of an era. Maybe it's the end of being single. Maybe you're about to get married here. It could be somebody proposing here with that Page of Swords. But whatever it is, it definitely feels to me like you've been worried and anxious about this. Maybe you thought it was never going to happen. It definitely is, because we have this beautiful King of Cups in the background here. A lot of water energy. This probably is more relevant for you if you're a water sign or you're dealing with a water sign, especially Cancer energy. But there's definitely, for me, this feels like you've got marriage on the cards here, or a commitment. Now, if it isn't for a if it isn't a relationship for you, it is very, very possible here that we're talking about the job of your dreams. It could be that you've finally got what you wanted. It's really funny. We were talking about this the other day. Well, I was talking to somebody about it and saying, this person had said to my partner in a shop one day that she'd been in her job for 5.5 years and how much she loved her job. And I thought, that's what we all want, isn't it? We all want to be in the job that makes us get up and go to work every day. I wonder how many, looks like that one wants to come out, diving into a task. When you get up every day and you love doing what you're doing, and it's really hard to do anything else. You just keep going back to what you do. So this is a deep diver. Now, this is my energy of always like wanting to get really involved in something or really deep into something. Taking a deep dive. This is about embracing risk, diving into a task and new discoveries. It's easy to play in the shadows where the waters are clear and you can see all that glitters by your feet. Anyone can venture here. There is little risk, nothing to discover, no dark secret, nothing that you can't already perceive. The treasure has long been picked away, replaced by a gentle certainty. In the shallow river is safety and no surprises. Ah, but that's not who's calling you now. The deep diver invites you to take the plunge with him. You can't see the bottom, but you must swim into the dark depths to find the mystery that eludes you now. He knows where little pearls lie underneath the ancient sands. You are called to look beyond the surface of things for your answer. Let your intuition propel you into the water, allowing your memories to swirl around you and your emotions to well up as you face the unknown. Your curiosity will be your greatest guide. You'll surely discover something wondrous to bring back to everyone who is wading by the shore, but only you will know the true value of your discovery. Are you willing to do the work? Dive in, make the commitment to see it through, and you'll be amazed. So I feel like something is coming for you here, something that you've prepared yourself for. Absolutely. And I feel like the universe is saying, go for it. I'll leave you with that. Thank you.